Good morning, Sophia Mystery School. Michelle Lee here, your spiritual mentor and coach and personal development mentor and coach. Here to talk to you about becoming 5D and the number one killer of magic in your life. I almost said the name of the number one killer before I told you what it kills. And when you tune in, say hello down below. If you're catching this on the replay, please comment #replay. If you're catching this on YouTube, please hit the like button. And if you really enjoy this content, subscribe so you never miss a thing. Hello, so nice to see you here. Say hello. Hi, Roman. So the number one magic killer in your life, becoming 5D, is a magical experience and really noticing the magic all around you. But there is one thing, and we talk about the 3 pillars of becoming 5D, being the one pillar we're talking about today is embodying your oneness. And what gets in the way of embodying your oneness is separation. And what separates us are those 4 core wounds. And the number one magic killer, what kills the magic in your life, which keeps you from seeing the magic, seeing the miracles, because we are magic and miracles, and we are surrounded by magic and miracles every day. I was just thinking about a post I saw on Facebook yesterday that said, when you wake up, expect something amazing to happen today. And my first thought was, waking up is amazing. I mean, it just waking up, the breath that we take is amazing. The fact that we can see with our eyes is amazing. The fact that everything is amazing. We are living miracles, surrounded by more living miracles. But we can't see this magic and miracles if we are shameful. If we're carrying any shame at all, that really, not at all. I mean, certainly we can carry shame and still see the magic and miracles. But the goal is to be shame-free. And there's the human program that shame is required to keep us humble, to be able to know right from wrong. But that's not true. That is human programming. Shame, and for those of you who go, well, I don't really feel shame. A lot of time our shame is unconscious. We bury it and push it down so low that we don't even feel it. We're not even aware of it anymore. We hide it. So how to recognize shame is what do you have in your life that you don't share with anybody? What secrets do you have? I know over the years, working with women for almost 3 decades, almost every woman had secrets from their husband, like, oh, I don't want my husband to know that. Whether it was an abortion or how many sexual partners they had, whatever it was, they had secrets. They didn't even let the person that they're most vulnerable with, most intimate with, their best friend, their spouse, in on that secret, because there was so much shame around it. So what secrets do you carry around that you don't want anyone to know? Or maybe you only want a specific few to know. If you're hiding anything, know that you have not made peace with it and you feel ashamed of it. So the vibration of shame, when we feel shame, when we carry shame, the belief is, I am bad. I am bad. I don't do bad things. I am bad. I do bad things as guilt, right? And I cause harm to other people. But shame is even a lower vibration than guilt. And that is the story that I am bad. And so if you're carrying this story, even unconsciously, you will have less, your magic will be less potent. When you set intentions, when you begin to manifest what you desire, you will be carrying the shame. This is what we call the shadow, right? This hidden shame underneath that's unconscious will actually keep you from manifesting all that you want, because you have a belief that you don't deserve it. You are too shameful to deserve it. You are not good enough to deserve it. I am bad. So it's imperative that in doing your shadow integration work, shadow integration is knowing your full divine power. That's another pillar. But all of these pillars for becoming 5D, embodying your oneness, which is healing those 4 core wounds, integrating all of your power, which is integrating your shadow, and also personal sovereignty, is declarative prayer and ritual. Your declarative prayer and rituals will be less powerful if you're harboring unconsciously or consciously shame. And a lot of times when it comes to shame, sometimes we don't even want to let it go because we feel like we deserve that shame. We deserve to suffer for actions we've taken in the past or actions we didn't take in the past. So just know that your potential is tied up in that shadow aspect, that shame, and beginning to heal that shame and doing the shadow integration too, accessing that will trigger shame. Because we're so used to projecting what we don't like about ourselves onto other people, that when we begin really looking inward and discovering, oh, I have that same undesirable characteristic that I see in that person over there, that can create shame, because it can not create shame, it can trigger the shame within us. And so it's important that you know how to release the shame. And how I have supported people in releasing that shame. One is reframing, understanding what we're here to do on the planet, that we are dual and we are duality. We are duality embodied, right? We didn't just come to this planet to live in duality, but to become duality. 2, emotional freedom technique, in really looking at where that shame stemmed from and doing the tapping process to release it and be willing to let it go, move it out of the body, is super important. So first, number 1, recognize where you feel shame in your life, right? And understand the story you're telling yourself. That story is, I am bad. The divine truth is the opposite of that story. The divine truth is, I am good. I am good. Even whatever you did that you consider bad, is actually good. And there's good that comes out of it. And being able to recognize that, in knowing that the past should not be any different. Your behavior should not be any different. How do you know that? Because it wasn't. Right? So there's gifts to claim out of those experiences. So releasing shame, so important. Healing, that is one of the 4 core wounds. When we feel shame, we feel embarrassed, I'm bad, we don't truly connect with other people. We're wearing a mask. Oh, if they really knew me, they wouldn't like me. If they really knew me, they wouldn't love me. So I have to wear this mask and pretend that I'm not the person I am. That inhibits the 5D experience of oneness, because we're creating separation for fear, those 4 core wounds, that will be rejected or abandoned. Those are another 2 of the 4 core wounds. So let me know any thoughts or questions. How did this sit with you? Where are you carrying shame? Be sure, if you haven't joined my email list, to do that. Next week, I'm going to have a very special Black Friday offer for you about the 4 core wounds, how to heal the 4 core wounds, and that training. So it's going to be a huge price slash. So you want to be getting my emails, or watching inside the group. It's so imperative to heal these 4 core wounds so that you can become 5D. The 4 core wounds are dense, low vibration emotions that anchor you in to the 3D. So it's important that you recognize them and release them. Mwah. All right, everyone. Bye for now. Have an amazing day.